High hopes for the U.S., high expectations for Benjamin Netanyahu. President Biden's name isn't on the ballot today, but after the election of staunch conservative prime ministers in Italy, UK, and Bibi's return to power, many people here in Israel are anticipating today will be a very good day for Republicans. President Biden calling Netanyahu on Monday night, almost a full week after Israeli elections. Critics accuse the president of giving Bibi the cold shoulder. The men spoke for 8 minutes. President Biden called Bibi his brother and promised they'd make history. Israelis in Judea and Samaria are very optimistic after last week's conservative election triumph. Here's a group of settlers surveying a landscape dotted with Palestinian villages as they scout new spots to put down roots. They see themselves as pioneers fulfilling biblical heartland promises by God, with hopes Bibi will deliver budgets, construction, and infrastructure to help their families thrive.
The results of the elections are a reason for great happiness here in Beit El and throughout the Jewish villages in Judea and Samaria. We've been suffering Arab attacks, Arab violence, Arab bullying, jihadism on the roads, and we feel like with this new government there'll be a rectification of that situation, and there'll be an opportunity to build up a deterrence that the IDF and the police in Israel, I think, have lost.
Palestinian leaders are expressing skepticism for any advancement of a new state on Israeli soil under the next government. Netanyahu isn't a supporter of land for peace, and neither are the religious Zionist parties to the right of Netanyahu that helped him reach the threshold needed to form Israel's next government. Netanyahu's well on track to becoming prime minister again after leading his bloc to 64 seats in the Knesset. On Sunday, he began negotiating with coalition partners. Now, if talks go as planned, Bibi will be back at the helm before the end of December. Alex, the question of who he'll get to work with in Congress will be largely answered today, and Israelis are watching it all. Alex, back to you.
Absolutely. Daniel Cohen, thank you so much for that report.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide. Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.